then the uphill climb, the steady climb up through life to not stop. Like Harold, my neighbor, says that I meet out in the street whenever he sees me, he gives me a faint punch. He's in his 80s. He's like, he says, don't stop. He doesn't know my name, but he says, don't stop. Don't stop. It's so plaintive. He says it every night, every time now. Isn't that interesting how sometimes old people, they don't impart their, how did I do with my thing yesterday? I did my journal entry, my book, and my reading. Yep, I get a circle. The old people don't, sometimes they don't share their wisdom through, like in a lecture, like a professor that they share it in, anecdote. And in Harold's case, kind of a pleading warning, right? I mean, he says, like the last 2 or 3 times that I've seen him, he says the same thing. Don't stop. Don't stop whatever you're doing. He's referring to his leg that he hurt because he'd been a jogger all of his life, and he stopped during COVID for a time, and he started back out, hurt himself, and at his age, he's not coming back. So he sees now that something that he loved, the thing that kept him fit as a Marine, was for all these years, because he's one of those guys that identifies. That was part of his great life adventure, was being a Marine. And now and he saw that being fit, that running daily like that is the connection, and he's lost that. His identity, it's not a matter that he can't run. It's a matter that he's no longer that guy who could run. And it really bothers him a lot. So I saw him the other day, he had the black, thing around his leg. He saw me, came across the street. He'll go out of his way to come talk, because he's an old man and nobody wants to talk to him anymore. He's got nobody to talk to. Everybody's moved on. He and his wife, there's a gulf between them. He's told me. She's settling down. The way that he seems to describe it, and he's not a man of words, but he is a man that conveys his meaning. The way he's kind of described it is that she's already reclining back into the grave. You can do that. Rudy, you can do that before you die. You can settle into your coffin before you die. And she's done that. I met her once. Harold's not ready for that. Even though, like I said, he's not a man of words, he's a man of action. And he does his miles a day of walking, or he did running before. And he's very fit. He's not a tall man, but he's stout. So when he sees me, he'll cross the street. He walks right up to me, and without fail. They call me Flash. He'll sit there. You kind of get this turning look on his face. I shouldn't have stopped. And I wish I hadn't stopped. Doctor says I need to wear this brace thing. I just stopped during COVID. 45 years, 50, I don't know what. Running every day. I can't do it anymore. Now it's his wife over there, because she's snuggled down into her coffin. Not laying prone yet, but sitting up in the coffin, right? The wooden there. I picture an old kind of coffin, not a casket, right? A coffin that kind of has the form fitting to the body, the angles. Because she never leaves the house, he told me. A lot of these old people don't. He leaves the house every day, at least just to walk. And you just kind of get this sense that, this is the beginning of the end. Now that he can't run, his identity is kind of lost, his conduit to fitness, to the sense that he's still got some youth and life and potential left in him. Not much. Not much. No, you reach a point when you're really old that nobody even gives a damn to hear what you have to say anymore. You become irrelevant. I already feel it happening. Not in earnest, but I feel it coming. That must be scary to him. I know he doesn't picture it the way I'm describing it. This is my own impression about the coffin. Because there's a coffin next to his wife, right, for him. And she must want his company there. Although she's not thinking that way either. It's the way they're going down together. Well, she's going down first, and then the people exactly who live next door. I won't talk about that. I'll leave that alone. That's a little, cuts a little too close to, well, I worry that they might see this. I know it's a long shot, but I don't think Harold will ever see this. I don't want to talk about people that, gossip. I don't think I'm gossiping about Harold. I don't think so. I hope not. I don't think so. I'm using it as something to learn from. I guess kind of that can be gossip. Maybe I am doing that. Nah, he doesn't want to go to that. He's not ready to climb into his coffin just yet. So I'll look forward to seeing him. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out of my way. Maybe I'll cross the street to say hi to him. Yeah. That's good. That's good enough. All right, well, is that the end of it? No, a few more.